In today's video, we are going to be creating this futuristic sci-fi website using Figma. We're going to bring it to life with Polo AI, and then we're going to make it an actual website using Framer. We're going to cover all of that in today's video, so let's do it. Okay, so we'll get right to it. Let's jump into Figma. We're going to click on Frame and we're going to choose this up here, MacBook Pro 14. Let's go down here to Layout Guide. Now let's go Columns. 12 columns. We'll give it a margin of 32 and a gutter of 16, and let's give it this background color. We're going to choose two different fonts for this, so we're going to go with this. This is Orbitron Bold, size 56, line height 58, and a little bit of letter spacing, and we're going to go with this black color here, which is just slightly off black. Sort of black gray. And then the other text we're going to go with is this here, which is Roboto Mono regular 2028 3. You can copy these if you want, if you're following along, or you can make it your own. So let's just pull these onto the page. First, we're going to get started with our header. We'll take this text here and we'll duplicate this up and we'll make this a link. So let's go company. We'll make this an auto layout using Shift and A, and then padding we'll go 16 and 16, and then if we click on the text, let's actually make this 14, and then letter spacing, let's go 6. Let's actually increase the letter spacing with this. Give this a fill of white, and let's actually make the weight medium. Now, if we go over here to cool icons, this is a Figma file that you can just go to. It's a public Figma file. Let's look for a plus icon. This one here, and we'll paste that into our auto layout. And then let's change the color of that to that color that our text was. Now, if we expand it like this, you can see how it's kind of reacting. But if we double click here, that's going to space them out equally. Click on our text. Let's actually change the light height to auto. Let's duplicate these out a few times. We'll select 2 and then we'll make that an auto layout. And then we can just duplicate them like this. So let's go press and support. And then up here, if we select all of these, we can change the width of these to fill container, and then our main container we can now resize, and these are going to resize appropriately. So let's get these positioned. We've got our navigation. That was really quick. For our logo, let's duplicate this out, and we're going to go Titan, and then let's go Industries, but then let's change Industries font to something like this. Let's go Monument Extended. We'll go regular. We'll go small. Obviously, we're just doing this very quick for the purpose of the demonstration. If you're working on an actual website, you probably already have a logo that you're working with. If you're just trying to make something cool, you can follow along just creating something simple like this. Play around with it, and then here's a little icon that I've also made. You can just sit this alongside it. Now, this is just made up of a few different shapes. This is this kind of polygon with rounded edges. That's also it. And then I just kind of rotated that. And then inside it, we've just got this random little shape. We'll move this up towards the top of the page, and there we have our header, but let's jump into Polo AI to really bring this to life. Okay, so I've actually already done these steps, but I'll go through what I did to get them. So first, using Polo AI's text to image, I used the Image Gen 4, which is one of Google's AI, and with the prompt, a futuristic high-tech weapon and combat-ready stance. This is the image that it gave me for that prompt, and whilst I thought it was cool, I just didn't feel like it was quite right, so I rerun it again, which was a little too similar. I ran the exact same prompt again, but this time using Image Gen 3, which says here it's particularly suitable for commercial use, and this is what it gave me, which I thought brought up more detail, and we're getting closer to what I wanted, but I wanted this on a clean background. I also wanted the robot to be thicker and stronger appearing, so I redid the prompt to this here, which is powerful futuristic combat with extremely thick reinforced white armor, blah blah blah, on a clean studio background, and this is exactly what I was looking for. And then we'll paste this into Figma. So back in Figma, we'll start working on more of this UI. So let's position this around here on our grid. And let's take this and we'll duplicate that down. So text will go something like this. We'll make this an auto layout, and then we're going to make this black, or actually we're going to make this the color of our text, and then we're going to change the color of that to white. Now if we click on this, let's increase the padding. Let's say 24 and 24, And then let's round this button too. Let's just round it all the way out. We'll go up here to cool icons. Now let's get an arrow. I'm thinking we get one of these that's like, you know, one of the diagonal ones for no reason other than a slight weird aesthetic. So let's paste that in there, and then let's make the gap between these like 16, maybe 24. Let's increase the padding on the sides to 32. And there we go, there's a button. So let's select the button and all these texts, and we'll make these an auto layout. Go down here to the bottom, and then let's make a big white banner that sits across it. So height, let's go something like 207. We'll get this so this meets right in the center, and we'll give this a fill of white. Now let's take some of this text from up here, and then let's paste it down here. Let's use our other font actually. So we'll go Orbitron. And right, what we could do here, we can make this an auto layout, and we can get rid of the padding on the sides, but on the padding here, let's change this to 16, and then we'll go stroke, and we'll click here, and we'll go bottom, and then we'll give this a stroke of black, and then we can expand that out. Let's actually take this icon as well. Let's paste that beside it. We'll make this that color here. Then we can double click like this. We'll open our grid and we'll just get it somewhat aligned, and then we can duplicate this down 3 times. Use cases. And then on our bottom one, let's actually take the stroke off that because we don't need that. Now with our UI starting to come together, we're going to jump back over to Paulo and turn our robot image into a video. So using Paulo's image to video, let's go to Kling 1.6. Now we're going to use that because it allows you to upload a start and an end frame. Now if we pull in the image for both, we're going to give it this prompt here. Robot should naturally turn around and point gun towards the camera. Robotic-like movements, it should then return back to its original positioning. Professional mode, I just kept this all the same. This is what it gave us here. It turns around, but it doesn't really look that natural. It loops, but it looks a bit weird. Then give it this prompt here instead. Robot should be slightly moving up and down as if breathing, slight movements to its joints at the knees and elbows. And this is what it gave us. There's some movement there, but it's so subtle that you can't even actually tell. I then ran the exact same prompt again, but this time using Paulo's 1.6, which I guess is Paulo's own native AI. And this is what it gave us. It's more or less the same, but there's a bit more movement in it. And I figured this is more what I want on the website because it'll loop perfectly. It's got the start and end frame. And I just kind of want some subtle movement with the robot anyway to kind of bring the website to life. Very quickly back into Figma, I gave it some final touches with the UI, adding in this sort of box here and this sort of cool emblem that kind of reflects the logo. And it was now time to take this design into Framer and bring it to life. Now we'll make a blank canvas in Framer. Now you can use this for free. There's a link in the description. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our Figma, and there's actually a plugin, so Figma to HTML with Framer. We're going to use that because it's really quick for just getting all your assets over into Figma, even though there's a few little tweaks that you'll have to make. We've got our main frame selected, so we can go copy to clipboard. You can just go over to Framer and paste it in. Now, as you can see, it's not fully responsive. Now, if you've never used Framer before, this part might be quite tricky, but I will make a tutorial on a full Framer build out at some point in the future. Playing around with the layout tools to get it responsive, adding in some animations, we can get it looking like this. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff and you want to see more design videos. Let me know in the comments what videos you guys want me to do next, and I will see you guys soon with another video.